I saw and I asked God what it means. I knew that something is happening behind the scene of the world, right? So, and the World War III is at near. I have to say that there are, many things are happening, and the World War III is near. And also they are planning to release something happened in 2019. That kind of thing is going to happen, or that kind of thing is going to repeat the same. What God talked to me is, in this 2025, God is telling that we should. I saw a dark city, and in that dark city I saw many, like, that city was very dark. Let me speak to you. That city was very dark. And when I saw that city, I saw something like very black, thick black, like very clouded. Have you seen it's a in the afternoon, but there are clouds above and there are smokes. Whenever a volcano erupt, if a volcano eruption happen, what would happen? There are clouds and smokes and going everywhere, right? So that, like, that kind of image, but it's not, but it was very thick, but it was afternoon. I understood when I was in that vision. Understood this is a afternoon. So when I'm seeing this was very thick, but it was a time of afternoon time, but it was thick dark. All right. And that dark city, I saw many black serpents. Black means black. You see the black? Yeah, black serpents. And snakes going and coming forth. And they are entering that city and entering houses and places, going down beneath the earth, which means have you seen the manhole? Manhole, manhole. Manhole means you have seen the water manholes. There are circle manholes you have to get into order to have this water supply and all of these pipes and all of that is in beneath the earth, right? So these black snakes are going to houses and going to places, to the city and into the manhole, and all of this. It was a mess actually. And the serpents was very much like very, I cannot number, but many of them were in that city. I don't know what is that city, but that city was kind of a city, but the snakes were in that place. Many snakes. Yes, many black snakes. And then when I looked, it was have you seen a kind of I don't know what do you call it in English here, kind of caterpillars and all of that stuff is like going forth like kind of crookedly. Yeah, that's how I saw. Yes, that's how I saw. So there are many snakes there, and many snakes are going forth and coming back to the city and to the houses and entering to the houses and going beneath the earth. Many things are happening. And then when I looked, and I saw white glowing lions. I don't know. It was not a one lion. It was not a one guy, but lions, as plural. So lions are coming, glowing lions are coming or entering to the city. The moment they are entering, oh my God, like the snakes were, they were afraid and they were scared of them and they fled. Which means they are panicking and they are running so much, like, oh, hurry up, run quickly, the lions have come, like that kind of image I saw. Yeah. And then the moment the lions entered, lions are coming, like, they are walking slowly, right? They're coming, and the moment they put their feet on the midst of the city, behind them and in front of them and beside them, there were many snakes. But the moment they put their feet on the city, the half of the serpents were gone. Actually, I'm telling you, the half of the serpents are gone. Half of the serpents were gone. And then they came and they start roaring. Yes, they start to roar. The moment the first roar, or the first sound of the roar, the 80% or 95% of the first second of the roar, 95% of the serpents were gone. I'm telling you, they fled away. And they roared for 5 seconds or 10 seconds. The moment they finished roaring, the roar was very, very loud. I heard it like very loud. And the serpents were fleeing and panicking and running, and many things are happening. And the moment they finished roaring, you know what happened? The serpents were gone. 100%. The serpents were gone. No one is there. They're panicking and they went. And the moment they finished, the thick darkness was gone. Yes, the thick darkness was gone. Like the thick darkness or the smoke was gone from that city. Yes. And I asked God what it means. So God began to talk to me. This is it, and this is it. So, and I looked and I heard the voice and I wrote. So that's what I have today with me to speak with you. So what God talked to me is, in this 2025, God is telling that we should roar and groan and pray in tongues more than ever. That's what God talked to me, so I wrote it here. In this 2025 is a year that the groanings and the roarings must happen. Or hold on a second, I will show you something. All right? Okay. I will show you something, so you will be shocked. Okay? All right, so you will be shocked. So the Lord spoke to me that this year we should be roaring and groaning and praying in tongues, these three things. So roaring is another thing, groaning is another thing, and also praying in tongues is another thing. There are three things. These are three things. These are not same. Okay, I want you to know. So and when I searched of this thing, and the Lord began to speak to me, so I tried to hear that voice and just wrote as quick as possible. So and I knew that something is happening behind the scene of the world, right? So and the World War III is at near. I have to say that there are, many things are happening, and the World War III is near. And also they are planning to release something happened in 2019. Virus came, so that kind of thing is going to happen, or that kind of thing is going to repeat the same. All right, so that's fine. So I will speak to you about those things in a later sessions. Okay, so what God talked to me is, in this 2025, God is telling that we should roar, groan and praying in tongues. And he said, always, as much as you forget your own mother language. I had this experience. I was praying in tongues, and I prayed in tongues to the point that I forgot my mother language. And this is a real truth story. This happened to my life. When I praying in tongues, I just forgot my language. Like my mother language is Sinhala, so I forgot that language. I'm telling you, I forgot that language, and I forgot also the English. I just only speaking in tongues wherever I go. Whenever I go to bathroom, whenever I wake up, whenever I go to sleep, wherever I go, I just speaking in tongues. Then I forgot my mother language. Yes, that's experience. I think it's a perfect. It's like a good experience that I had.